does not fuck smash my door.
Come on, Charles, don't do this.
Is that a bad word?
Christina Aguilera, hi. The X at the end.
You fucking look like rock stars, huh? And now we are a fucking bunch of wanko.
Michael, this is Toto. Can I just send you an email? No, Michael, that was so not right. Sorry, we went car racing.
We're rolling, guys. Week 7, I believe this is, of the 3 Pre-Formula Fun podcast with Brad, Boyd and Ben. What's in store for today, boys?
Well, Ben's got his video camera off because he's got a big surprise for us, which I don't know if he's ready with a big surprise.
I've not got any surprises.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
I'm not celebrating anyone's win or anything.
Ben Horner.
Shame no one can see it, though, isn't it? For people listening,
It's really
Ben's
hot.
got full-on Red Bull fucking... He's got the works on here. He's all singing and dancing, isn't it? The hat.
Mate,
I tried to buy some Red Bull on the way in, but I couldn't bother to stop the van.
Is that real?
Is
that official
cost me
merch?
like 30 quid off eBay.
Mate,
Did you drive to the studio in it as well? And people saw
No,
you?
I had it. It's just been here, and I was like, I'm going to wear that because I'm going to celebrate Max's win.
So, you know
I
my
love
Ferrari
Max.
top that I ordered? I checked the other day. I ordered it on the 20th of July. It said expected delivery date 8th of September. It's still just not. It's still processing. There's no update on it. Nothing. It's not even out for
Did you buy
delivery.
Did you buy it from China?
I bought it from the
Did you buy
F1
it
store.
F1.cn?
No, just the
I
F1
ordered
store,
this,
the official sort of site, and it's just nowhere to be seen, mate. I've just given up with it. 65 quid.
Did you
damn.
Google search official F1 merch and then go right to the top of the Google paid ads and click that's the one?
I don't know
Could
what I
it-
did, mate, but it's
could it
definitely
be
not.
that you ordered
It's
it?
never coming.
Yeah.
I
Sums it
ordered
up
this.
as well when it's a Ferrari top. I won't
I
ever
ordered
get
this
it.
on Monday.
Ben, you look so weird. You look like you're in a fucking like snow outfit or
NASCAR, I
something.
think I look like at the moment.
Oh, fine.
It's
Right,
so
shall we,
hot.
shall we
I
crack
might
on with the
have to
show
take
then?
this off
Because
in a
we've been rolling and people are probably getting bored of just.
Well, you know, if they're
watching.
watching, then they've seen my awesome Rebel outfit.
I think
if
maybe you
they're
should put
listening,
that on Instagram.
I'm wearing
just
a
so
Rebel
you can
outfit.
Get a visual on it to be on the show.
Now they have to subscribe to YouTube to see the outfit.
Fine.
Brilliant. So do you want to do the intro, Boyd, or is
He's
Brad
done
doing
it.
this
He
week?
did it. He did a really good job of it.
I
yeah.
didn't hear it because I was
Well,
wearing
really,
the
he did
Rebel.
it.
It was just
Let's
yeah,
get my
pretty
outfit
much
on.
the same as
Good.
last week, to be fair. But yeah, you disappeared, mate, to put your little fucking Michelin man outfit on. So
He does look like a little Michelin man in that, doesn't he?
yeah, you do.
I thought I looked a bit like Ricky Bobby from
Mate, can you
Talladega
imagine
Nights.
just
yeah, you do.
can you imagine going out wearing that? You imagine going
Mate,
into a club and just wearing
next
that.
time we go out, I'm
You just
going
look
out
a bit
this.
like Brad. I don't know if you agree. You just look a little bit like a bit overweight in it, mate. Like
Yeah, it makes
inflated
me fat,
sort of
right?
thing. Not that you are, because I know you're a slim guy, but you just look a bit like you're inflated.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it off. It's so hot.
No, leave it on.
You got to leave it on the whole show,
It's
mate.
too hot. I'll wear the hat.
Oh, he's come out of a Red Bull into a Gremlins t-shirt.
How much does that little joke cost you?
50
so-
quid.
How much?
50 quid.
Mate, are you still got the tags in it?
No, I'm keeping it.
I'd send it back.
Send it back. It's
When
never
we-
getting worn
when-
again. What are you thinking?
When we eventually get a studio for like our popular podcast, it's going to be up on the wall. Isn't
Well,
it?
Ben, at least yours actually got delivered and you got to wear it. Mine's just gone.
Yeah.
I've just paid.
How much
65
was yours,
quid.
Boyd?
65.
Ah!
And it's just a t-shirt as well. It's pretty basic, to be fair. So
Is it
probably
the
got
is it the
ironed
cool
on
yellow one that makes
Charles
you look like a
Leclerc,
minion?
it's got the ironed on number 16 as well on the back, Leclerc, like that pony.
Like a football
like
shirt.
lavender,
Leclerc
yeah.
number 16.
Shitter, mate. So it is what it is. Right, what's going on? What's in store? We starting with the old news.
Well, we got the news first.
We have got.
And you know how Brad mocked me for coming up with some Alpha Tory conspiracy?
yeah.
Well, Alpha Tory have gone public with a statement completely refuting that this conspiracy ever happened.
Really?
So there's evidence that it might have been a real conspiracy. The
Do you know
fact
what I
that it
thought
was
of?
told to get rid of.
Do you know what I thought of today? It just made me laugh last week when you went up with the other nugget of information I've got is George Russell and they're doing that thing, and then Brad went mental at you because you stole it off him.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people listen to the podcast and say, "Does Ben do that a lot?" And I was like, kind of, yeah.
He knew Brad was going to do it. He goes, the other nugget of info I've got is.
Yeah,
George
he
Russell.
swooped in like he acted like he spotted it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
No, well, it was on my list and I forgot that
Well,
you put it in
because of
there.
that, Ben, I intentionally didn't spot anything this week in the F1.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
one or
what
two
it was,
little
yeah.
things. I thought,
That's,
give it to Ben. Let's
I'm
be
just gonna
Ben's
do all the
thing.
notes.
That's like when you're out in a nightclub and someone like does a really funny joke and you like you can hear your mate just over your shoulder telling some other girls and you go, "Hang on," and they laugh and you go, "That was my joke." Like that. That's the same
Mate,
as it was.
No, that's
Brad's done that to me.
No, the supplies joke from the other
Surprise!
week.
Boyd did it to
yeah.
you.
That was
I
my
stole
joke. That I
And then Boyd did it to you.
Yeah, I stole it. I did steal that.
Did it back to you.
Yeah, I admit I stole it though. It's fine. If you
Just
admit
going round
it,
in circles.
done. Not a problem.
I'm going to do it.
Right, should we crack down then? Brad,
we're doing
can you
it.
do us a little news? Like, if you can use your little tool and like give us a little news, like
No,
no,
I
is it
can't.
not
The
on?
only thing I can do on the news is
Yeah,
that's full time now. That little
that's default. Oh, fine. So we've got no special effects this week, people. We'll just crack on.
apparently-
the game.
Apparently, a lot of the F1 fans were behaving quite badly towards Red Bull's head of racing, Rachel Schmitz. So they
There's a
were
lot of
being
booing
rude,
as well.
turning into football fans, mate.
Yeah.
Like Alonso was right.
That is bang out.
Take
of
it
order,
back
to be fair.
about Alonso, not the adulterous stuff. He's definitely probably doing that, but he was right about F1 fans turning into football fans. Like they were booing Max today, like when he won.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
whether you like a driver or not. That's just not on all the booing.
Also, they call the Ferrari fans the Tifosi.
Yeah.
Do you know what Tifosi means?
No.
Fans.
Oh.
The direct translation is fans. So they're called Ferrari fans.
It is a shame that Leclerc didn't win it today though with the fans there. It's a bit annoying.
With the Tifosi, you mean? Tifosi fans. It was, but like, it wasn't like it was his race to lose. He was in pole, and Max was in 7th or 8th.
As always. Yeah.
Yeah, mate, that guy's a machine.
They even filmed his missus, and she was yawning at one point in the pit bit, and I was like, she must just be so bored of seeing her boyfriend win.
He's so great.
Yeah. It's fine, isn't it?
I also saw a very funny bit of news that Alpine have now got a short list of potential drivers. Do you know how many names are on that list?
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard this. 14 people.
That's not a short list. That's almost as many drivers as there
Do you reckon
already
they go
are in
up to
Formula One.
do you reckon they go up to a little paddock and like post their little CV through the box and go, I think I could drive this car well.
You're gonna do better than Nicholas Latifi,
Yeah,
aren't they?
mate. Honestly, I know we will come on to Latifi at some point because what's his name? Fucking 2 points today. Showing him up already.
Never driven in a Formula One race in his life.
I know, and he's
Absolutely smashed.
And
they said that he spent more laps in places 9 and above. Well, he only got to 9, didn't he? But he spent more time in the top 10 than Latifi has for the entire season on his first race.
Before the end of the race.
Before the end of the race.
And Latifi started in 10th today because of all the defaults, right? His best ever start. And I think within 2 laps, he was down
dropped
to 17th.
four in one lap. Before the end of the first lap, he dropped 4 places.
He knows he's gone, mate. He should just go and ride hot air balloons with his missus.
I've got some insider knowledge that maybe he won't be going anywhere.
Oh, he's not going to fucking Haas or something, is he? Or fucking...
No, he right. So I'll just jump into this now because it's kind of news. So it turns out Safina, so that big sponsor of the Williams wing, right? His dad owns that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And his dad also invested £200 million in McLaren.
Wow.
Yeah. So Latifi's dad, and then there's another sponsor that Latifi's mum's family own. They sponsor something at Williams as well. So
fine. That's fine, but
that's
he's still
why
shit.
Nicholas Latifi has got his spot. Not
just
because of his.
When I see Latifi, he's like, imagine you went into Halfords and you needed to do something in Halfords and there was a queue and it was splitting off in 2 directions. You know, like you get one person, they look like they're probably doing a weekend job, but they kind of look like they might be going to uni and they're probably quite smart. And then the other queue is the bloke that's worked there for like 25 years and you know he's going to be completely useless.
He's wearing hardware gloves at the till.
He's got that look about him. There's something about him where I'm like, oh God, I can't.
He'll fit your car stereo quickly though, because he's been doing it for so long. Oh, you want to talk to one of our ICE engineers? Yeah, that's Nicholas over there.
Yeah.
Mate, I just described Jake, didn't I?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, so one of our
Jake
mates.
Latifi.
Jake. No, I'm saying Jake is the guy that I would have wanted to get in the queue. And the other guy was Jake's probably old manager who's like seen loads of Jakes come and go.
When it comes to queues, though, there's always that shorter queue, and you think I'm going to take the risk and go in the shorter queue, and you still get like rolled. Then the bigger queue still goes down quicker than the smaller one.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at analysing queues. Like I proper profile people as they're going up. Like I discriminate age. Yeah. I look at them, I go, you're probably coming to return something and you probably haven't got the receipt. And I look at it and very rarely do I get that wrong.
Yeah.
I feel so good with myself once I've done that. And I'm at the front, I'm like, I did that well. Pret, I seem to mess up quite a lot, but
Yeah.
Like when
That's
we
what I
came back
Pret's
from Vegas,
carnage,
when we
though.
came back from Vegas, Brad, and I was in the queue for the Virgin flight, and you upgraded, and you just like, so long, bitches, and just left me. I was like,
I wasn't
you
going to hang
arsehole.
around with you, was I?
No, I know you just like left.
We officially changed class system.
But
We were the same
Glad to
class,
officially.
and I officially leveled up in life. As
Yeah.
far as I was concerned, you were dead to me.
Mate, I know he's fucking out of order, sucking that shit queue. It's like, you know, when you go to
Brad
the cash...
was
Go on.
Brad was every other driver, and you were Nicholas Latifi in that
Yeah, I was,
situation.
yeah, literally back. It's like, you know,
Mate, I just DRS'd past him into the.
you just had a
first
Verstappen,
class.
mate. You just like back of the grid and just went to fucking first class, you bastard.
Unlapped
But it's like, you know, when you go to the
himself.
cash machine as well, and the person behind like turns to you and they go, "It's out of cash. It's not working. It's out of service." You still go up to it and try and put your card in it. You go, "I need to see for myself," like that.
Yeah, and
I
often they're lying. They just don't have any money in their bank account. So what they were going to do is turn around to you, say the cash machine's broken, in a way of going, if I haven't got any money, you're not having any either.
Yeah. There was a geezer in the garage the other day, right? I went Lakeside the other day, and his
This
card
is getting back into Formula One. We're at
his
garage.
car's
Let's
declined.
go back into cars.
His
back
card's
into Formula One.
declined. It declined about 5 times. He's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake," like that. And he goes, "I've got to go home now and get cash." He had to like leave his phone there. It was like insurance to go home to get cash to pay for his petrol. And he's like, King de Bueno bar. Do you know what I mean? I know.
Did he take the Kinder Bueno with him?
No.
Oh,
I
would've
just
taken
steamed
the
him. I done a
Kinder
max, mate. I steamed in. Mine didn't decline. Tapped straight while I was out there.
There's a rumor going back to Formula One that Colton Herta, current IndyCar driver, is going to be replacing Sergio Perez at Red Bull next year.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but
Do you reckon
Brad's gone,
Perez
so
is
he
done
doesn't
then
win that
after
much.
this season?
Yeah, I felt a bit bad for him today because he's like he came into the pits. His brakes just caught fire when he stopped, didn't they?
Yeah, to be
That was
fair
pretty
though, he done
scary.
really well. He goes, "I wasn't really happy." He said on the interview, he said it was a disaster for me today. And
He
I
got
was like, "We still
fastest
come
lap
sixth."
and fifth.
Yeah, you still come sixth. I
And
think it was sixth. Yeah, correction
Yeah,
check.
fastest lap. Well,
Yeah.
we'll do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. But yeah, I thought he's been doing. You know, he's not been doing as well he was around the Monaco, Azerbaijan time. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think what they do with Sergio is Checo Perez is they're just using him for like data on what tyres they should put on Max at the next pit stop.
yeah.
So they test him on the
He's a little
the
guinea
hards.
pig, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he knows that's his place.
Yeah,
He just gets lucky because he's in a really fast car as well, so he will get points. But he's George Russell and Checo are like 4 points apart now, so I think George Russell could be third at the end of the season.
Russell, mate, he's so consistent. He's
Yeah.
brilliant, really. So, I suppose big talking
He
point.
did do another little grass though.
Yeah, guys. So who was it we grassed up?
he pushed me off the track.
Ricardo's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he went wide, didn't it? So.
Yeah.
That first bend is tricky on that track, though, isn't it? It's naughty.
Speaking
Mate,
of,
you're talking about it just because we were playing it at F122, and you're like, yeah, I know.
I
It's a
did
tough one,
exactly
You
that.
and your little,
You did it
little
with-
D-pad going,
Yeah.
oh, I know.
Then I tried to go in the pit lane at 160 and like that. I wondered why it
Yeah,
fucking
DNF.
malfunctioned.
Ricardo, he nearly run over a photographer in FP2. The
Amazing.
guy ran out in front of him and went, "Fucking idiot! I don't mind running him over."
Did you see him a few weeks back when
he's coming in, and the guy goes, "You know, like you kind of just jump out, like you jump across the road, like you know, because they're going like 10 miles an hour." He's coming into the pits at easily 50 miles an hour, and he goes, "Oh, just run in front of him." He misses him like by a gnat's cock.
Yeah.
It's insane. They shouldn't be
It's
allowed
weird
down
when
here.
people do things like that where it's clearly dangerous, but they do it anyway. Like I remember, like during COVID, when you go to Tesco's and everyone was trying to keep like 2 meters apart. Everyone would keep 2 meters apart until they wanted like something that was near your foot, and then it'd just be. And then they'd like sort of slip by you and get really close. You just think, well, if you're going to stay 2 meters away, you might as well. The moment you come in, you might as well just forget this whole thing.
Well, you're battling for the last bit of chicken or something. You just go, "That's out the window. I'm having it."
No, not me.
Like
Boyd, I'm
Turbo
vegan.
Man from Jingle All the Way.
Soy or tofu.
Yeah. Ben, in your notes, then I'm guessing you've got about the shocking safety car finish to the race.
Yeah, but that's the end of the race, mate. We're only in FP2 at the moment.
Skipping
Okay,
through.
fine.
and the
You've
race
done
hasn't
this.
even
You
started.
did this a couple of episodes ago. You
Sorry.
skipped to the end.
Sorry.
We've got a whole race to get through. We
I
haven't
guess
got
in
any races
this
next week.
podcast, apart from my wife, isn't wondering how the race went. They would have already watched it, so he's not going to spoil anything, is it?
Yeah, I think you're right there, Brad. I think a lot of people probably have seen the race.
Well, people probably listen to the podcast and go, "I can cancel my Sky Sports subscription because they
this is gonna
cover
be
it
such
so
an
well.
in-depth.
They're so good.
I'll know everything that happened if I just listen to their podcast."
And it's free
Yeah.
as well.
It's free, exactly.
If you could
Free,
just leave a
free.
5-star
But if you
review.
want, if you want to
5-star
donate,
review, yeah.
I'm sure
the
you
only thing you
can.
need to pay for is in 5-star reviews, please.
I'm going to
Yeah.
try and sort of big us up a bit more because I do notice it is Ben every week. At the end, he goes, "Could you just try and give us a vote, please?" I never say anything. So
Well-
throughout this podcast, I'm going to keep saying, "Can you just still give us a 5-star rating?"
Yeah, just
please?
if you've got this far,
yeah.
just give us a little 5-star, will you? And if you're going to give us less than 5 stars, leave a bit of feedback,
What
just
are
so
the-
we know how
What
to.
are our
Just a
stats?
little-
Have you checked our stats recently?
I don't even care, mate. I don't care, but I'm just doing it for the love of F1.
Is this
And,
episode 7? Did I get it right? Or is
Yeah,
that
it's
correct?
episode
Yeah.
7. Yeah,
Once we
So
get
what-
to episode 10, then we're winning.
yeah.
So, if we stopping at episode 10?
It's not a planning meeting, boys. We're actually doing the podcast right
Yeah,
now.
it's-
It's actually this is
Yeah,
doing it.
Sorry.
Yeah, stop giving
I'm
away
just
like the
tired.
plans to stop doing it.
Well, people might have got excited going, like, if they agree it now, I know I'm in for another few shows here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going to get to 10 and see how we're going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No, we're not. We're going to keep doing it because we're
Right,
for
back
the
to
laugh, man.
F1.
yeah, come on.
Right, Latifi qualified in P10 because of grid penalties. He didn't actually qualify in P10.
Yeah.
For only the third time he's ever qualified in the top 10. Not just in 2022, ever qualified in the top 10. Nick De Vries, first time doing a qualified eighth.
A what? Ben?
A qualifying.
Okay, you said a qualifying.
You sound
Yeah,
a bit
well.
Toto, yeah. Qualifying.
Qualifying. First time he's ever. Well, he loves Toto, doesn't he? He's been his little mini me for the last couple of weeks. And also, I noticed that Leclerc pronounces the W in answers. He says answers.
Answers. Yeah.
That's the other. That's just one of the things that.
I thought we had
that's
good
what
race
people
pace.
actually listen
Race
for.
pace was good
but
today. We just couldn't quite get
We just need to answer more questions. We have. We've got lots of answers.
I've noticed that he pronounces his name different to how everyone pronounces his name. It's like
Charles
everyone-
Leclerc. He says Leclerc.
He says Leclerc, and nobody else says that. And surely it should be the other way around.
Yeah, like
Everyone
Leclerc,
gets his.
Leclerc. Yeah, we should say Leclerc, and he should say Leclerc.
We should. Well, from
Yeah.
now on, starting now, Leclerc.
Leclerc. We'll give him the respect he
Charles
deserves.
Leclerc pronounces
I
the
don't
W
like
in
saying Charles
answers.
Leclerc. I like saying Charles Leclerc.
Hey, Charles. He says Charles
Charles.
Leclerc.
Wait, Charles, you want to come out for a few beers tonight? Charles.
Can you give me a few minutes to answer? And then moving swiftly on to the Grand Prix that has finished an hour ago. The new yellow outfits for F1 make them look like minions.
Yeah, they do. I wasn't keen on that yellow, actually. It looks a bit. It wasn't even yellow. It looked like a bit. Oh, yeah. I mean, more like luminous, didn't it?
Yeah, but surely, like Ferrari celebrating 75 years of being Ferrari, why would you change the colour that is Ferrari's colour?
Is that why they were yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Yeah.
deal breaker for me, I think.
What if they? Yeah,
It's the red's enough. Like, I mean, it looks good on a car, but like a red outfit is bad.
yeah.
Yellow.
You look like a Power Ranger in red, and now you look like a minion in yellow, or another Power Ranger.
I reckon they were probably like complaining about the red. Like, oh, we don't have to wear these red outfits. They go, you have to wear them. Next week's yellow. And they were like, for fuck's sake, we could just put the red ones back on. Yeah, don't whinge about them again. Otherwise, we'll be back to yellow.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
I
Look,
did feel-
Pontins.
I did feel like Sainzy. I felt like Sainzy should have got driver of the day today. I thought he drove
Yeah,
really
but
well.
you got to bear in mind, De Vries, that's his first ever race, and he got points. He's only one of 60 drivers to ever get points in their first race.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Did you hear him at the end on the radio? He said his shoulders. He goes, my shoulders are fucked. Like,
They was talking about it. They had to like put more seatbelts in because he's obviously in Albon's car,
Yeah,
and Albon's like quite bigger than him.
quite
He's
tall and
tiny,
lanky
De
and
Vries is
gangly.
tiny.
yeah.
He was like apparently he was rattling about in it like this.
Who's
Well,
taller? Who's
the
taller? Him or
seatbelts aren't-
Tsunoda?
Sorry, the seatbelts aren't adjustable.
No, they are, but they like because the seat is molded to Albon.
Right.
Like they had to put more seatbelts on afterwards because it got worse. Like as he was
Why is
going
Albon not in the race?
He's
Appendicitis.
up an operation.
appendicitis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he should be back for Singapore, apparently. So, but yeah, then we move on swiftly to our Latifi update. Latifi lost 4 places in under a lap.
Well, spot on.
By
Bang on. I'd say
by
bang
Max
on.
gain 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that is obviously we now know why Latifi is in F1 is because his dad and his mum invest heavily into Williams.
That's
by
just unfair, though. He's
He
just
lost
shit.
7 spaces by lap 8.
He should go and
Right.
race Formula 2 or 3.
Well, he did, and then they gave him an F1. seat.
Latifi.
They should.
But is
I
it-
think
Is,
we've discussed this.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we discussed is that like rich. Basically, he's a rich bloke who's bought an F1 car. In reality,
Yeah, but most of them are that.
yeah. So why don't they have like a race like for the the rich kids get their own little league, like the Championship, and then we get the Premier League, which is the real.
Yeah, you
guys.
could call it rich shitters. Like, you know what I mean? Just shit drivers in
And
a
rich
place.
energy drinks can sponsor it.
Yeah, exactly
And
that.
all of the cars. Then he's got.
And do you know who
monopoly.
wins? Whoever pays the most.
Yeah.
So you get, it's just like scripted. Whoever gives you the most amount of money gets to win.
Yeah, like WWF, but
Is there a
F1.
risk though with Max? Like, I like Max. I'm officially a Max fan now. But he literally smashed it so well today, and last week he did.
He does it every week.
He literally outclassed everyone to the point where I'm starting to go, is this going to get boring for a few years? Like,
Well, it
there
did
doesn't
with
seem
Lewis.
to. I know it did with Lewis, and that's why I stopped watching it before, because I was just like, I can't handle it's just the Lewis show.
Well,
Who in reality out of that group has the potential to be better
Leclerc,
than
but
him?
the car lets them down every time. Like every time Leclerc's been beating Max, like race, like France, he was well ahead of him. He was like 6-7 seconds ahead of Max, and Max wasn't catching him. The car wasn't as fast, and the car like skidded out and he crashed. Like so. Actually, if the Leclerc hadn't DNF'd as much as he has this season, it would be.
If he wasn't driving
close.
a Ferrari, if you put him in a Red Bull, but then they wouldn't have two. Would they ever do that? Or have two amazing drivers?
Am I right in thinking though?
That's
if
what they wanted.
Leclerc hadn't have done that stop when that first little safety car came out, I think that's what cost him, isn't it?
He still would have got. He would have got overtaken
because he was leading. If he'd gone in and pitted roughly the same time as Max, he still would have stayed up front, and then it was a one-stop race.
Yeah, maybe. But towards the end, I think he was like.
Oh, he was too far behind.
Ahead,
yeah, they fucked.
And he was gaining like nearly a second every lap, so he would have overtaken him. But I tell you what, I did notice talking about Ferrari when they actually did the start of the F1. And the guy was singing the national anthem, and the microphone wasn't working.
Oh yeah, the sound was
the planes flew over the top. I wondered whether the Ferrari engineering team had arranged all that and done the audio as well. So it was just like fucking hell, nothing.
For the Ferrari event.
Yeah, like the guy started singing, and just nothing came out of his mouth. And then the microphone did work, but it was so quiet. And then, as soon as it started working, the planes just went over the top. I was like, that was good.
And they put
instead of a Sky Sports like mic, it just had the yellow Ferrari badge on it. It's like, it's just not working. It's just still not working. So it is what it is.
Latifi was last by lap 16. He did actually recover some spaces. But my thought on this is, do you reckon if any drivers are behind Latifi, no matter where they are on the grid, they just assume they're lapping him, even if they are behind him?
100%. You just go, he's irrelevant.
Oh, it's Latifi. We must be lapping him.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's in front of you. Really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
He's like that bloke at work. It's just really boring. You just never talk to him. Just like, yeah, whatever. No interest.
Who's that? Your work, boy?
Yeah.
Boy, who's that? Your work?
Oh, like my work. My work, like all the nuts, the rondons.
Well, you referenced it like you knew someone that happened.
Yeah,
to.
I'm just saying, in like old offices. Offices, there's always just some
old offices, not the new offices.
No,
sounds like someone that Boyd doesn't like someone who's work quite obviously.
Why did you bring it up then?
I wonder who it is.
If you think you know who the person at Boyd's work is,
Mate,
who
don't
doesn't
do
get
this, Boyd won't share this podcast now. We've just lost five listeners this week.
Yeah, mate, I'm going to put it out.
Votings
are from my mates and people anyway.
Instagram comment below the thumbnail that we'll post on Instagram. Who you think it is at Boyd's work?
Can we just still give a 5-star rating, please? Just please.
Yeah. Unless you think you're that guy, then.
Boyd, you sound like Jeremy Beadle, and he used to ask people to send their tapes.
Please keep sending in your videos, please.
Boyd, I was telling. Actually, I'm not going to say what I was just going to say.
No, don't. Come on.
I'll tell Ben after this, but yeah, there's a Jeremy Beadle thing.
I've got here the Ferrari swap from Plan C to Plan B at lap 11. Then they switched back to Plan A at lap 13.
Yeah, what these?
It's the way they keep calling Charles Leclerc and saying, "What do you think?" And he's going, "Yeah, I mean, we could do that." And they go, "Okay, yeah, Charles agrees." Like, is he in charge of the team now?
Like, did you hear as well? Like on Max's radio, he said, "What's the tyre situation?" That guy, come on, he said they've gone on to the softs but used. They've gone on softs but used. You're on these ones. Keep pushing. That the information they give is just unbelievable. Whereas, like you said, they're just terrible every time. It's what do you think? Copy. Question. What do you think?
Question. Yeah. No, it's a mistake.
Yeah, absolute fucking joke.
Red Bull well on it as well because they went. Science has just come in. His tyres are way worse than ones you just changed for. So keep pushing. Like they're like on it. Whereas you think Ferrari is just like going, shit. I think Red Bull just did something. Should we ask Charles what he wants to do? Because see what Charles wants to do. Well, I don't want to make the decision because if we get it wrong,
Yeah,
it's on
no
us.
one
If
wants
we get
to
Charles
blame,
to
do
do
they?
it.
It's like countdown for like tactics, and it's like dun 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 dun, and it gets in and go.
Charles,
plan
what
C,
do we do?
Plan C. There's just a load of like I'll have a vowel, another vowel, and they go right. We'll pick one of these and go to that plan. Yeah. Cheers.
I wouldn't be able to remember all the plans.
There's too
Yeah.
many
Like,
of them.
there would have to be 2 plans to pick from: the go aggressive plan or the
Yeah.
hang back and just secure points, not crush car plan.
I think Red
They'd
Bull
be the
have
only
got.
2.
I think Red Bull have got push and hold back. I think that's all they had because you never hear them on the radio going, let's go to plan J now because Sainz has just overtaken someone behind you and we think he's going to get you.
I reckon Horner just goes up to him, taps Max on the shoulder, and goes, "Same as last week, Max. Cheers." That's it.
I loved
mode
Horner
win.
before the race though. He said the best thing. He was like, we don't need to win the race.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
how good must it feel to say
Yeah.
that, knowing Toto's watching, going, at the end of the day, it doesn't really make any difference to me whether I win or not, but we're
Yeah.
still going to win.
Yeah.
But we will win.
He could just not show up
by
for a
10
couple of races
seconds.
and just say, "I'm not racing this week. Can't be asked," and he'd still win.
Yeah, and they wouldn't not even put a driver out there.
No.
Not even a reserve driver. They go, probably just not going to put any cars out.
Did you see that there was a clip years ago that was on, it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And this guy got to the last question to win $1 million. And they were like, asking the question. And then he said, can I phone a friend? And he phoned them and he went, I actually know the answer. I just wanted to phone you to tell you I'm going to be a millionaire. Baller move.
Wow.
Yeah.
Baller move, right? Max should get to the point soon that statistically he can't lose.
This next race.
And then he should just not turn up to qualifiers and go, guys, I'm going to probably start at the back and I'm probably still going to fucking win. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, qualifying, I'm going surfing that day. Sorry, can't come. And then he
but
still wins.
That's the problem with Max is that all he cares about is racing. So he's just wants to win and be the best. He's not like us where they're going, actually, how can I go out in style? How
Do you
can
think
I
if he
make
wins
this
it?
style?
Do you think if he wins it on the next race, then it's like done and dusted? Do you think for the remainder of the races throughout the calendar, do you think he will still try and win all those races?
Yeah.
As well?
Yeah.
Of course he will, because it's like
It's
what
the
he
hunger
enjoys
in him, isn't
doing.
it? Yeah.
But I saw an interview with him. There's probably a year it was a year ago. So it was when he won last time. He said he would be happy winning 3 championships and then he would retire. So I'd be interested to see whether he does. Imagine being that young, getting 3 championships and just going, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to do something else.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, not like Rosberg, who just beat Lewis and then went, I'm out because he's going to beat me now for the rest of the time. So I'm just going to leave now. Yeah. And
His
they didn't
dangly
go
watch.
to him.
So I was
I didn't
strings
see him
on
once
going,
today.
Hey, and Lewis just really has to push there. And like Brad said, when it was me and Lewis. No, you retired ages ago, mate. Don't talk about it.
I didn't see him today on any of it. Did he
Good.
come up? Did they bring him in?
Thunderbirds aren't
Mate, they had him dialing in from Ibiza the other week.
Yeah.
He was in his apartment in Ibiza. It's like, is there no one else that can do... His commentary isn't very good. So I don't know why they were like, shit, how are we going to get this guy on? Okay, get him on a Zoom
How do
call.
we get
from
Rosberg
Ibiza.
on? He's
Sorry,
who
the
won
signal
a
from
title.
Ushuaia is not that good.
Can you imagine bumping into him in
Yeah.
Blue Marlin? He'd
I wouldn't
introduce
even be that-
himself as
I
world
wouldn't-
champion,
but
wouldn't
he
he?
would.
I wouldn't even be
He
that
would go,
starstruck.
"Oh, hi, I'm world champion.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be that starstruck bumping. into him.
2006 Formula One world champion.
See him.
I bet he's got his business
You'd
cards.
hear him coming because he's like his Rolex Daytona would be jingling
Oh, yeah.
like a cat that's trying to catch a pigeon.
Ching, ching,
Can't
ching.
catch him. He wouldn't be able to sneak up on him because of his jangle when he watched. Ching, ching, ching. Oh, did I mention I've got a Daytona? It's weird. You probably spotted it. It's like round by my fucking knuckles.
Yeah, it's around my. Yeah, I'm wearing it as a knuckle duster. Just like I'm going to give you the beating, just like I beat Lewis in 2016. Science though today.
Yeah, great.
What a drive! And
felt-
Lewis, to
I
be
felt
honest,
like he funded up really quick, and then he sort of just got stuck, and then didn't move anywhere else,
Yeah.
did he?
yeah. My prediction was the opposite way around. I thought something was going to happen to Leclerc and Science was going to get up there, but I was wrong.
It was a disappointing end to the race though, because the race started great, and then watching Max just crush it in the first one lap really,
Yeah.
and then towards the end I thought this is going to get interesting, and then just finishing on a safety car is the most deflating thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just don't think they should do that. I think what they should do is like they do with football. Whatever happens, so if there's 3 laps left, it just gets paused. The safety car keeps going around until it's ready to race again, and then it's like in football when they put injury time on at the end. Like it's just a weird way of.
So the rules are every lap counts. So if they would have had to red flag it at least 3 laps before the end, which they couldn't have done. Then they could have restarted it. I think they have to have 3 laps left to red flag and start again. But because of the amount of time that they would to red flag it and get him off, they wouldn't have had time to do it. Otherwise, like if it had been 10 laps to go, they would have red flagged it because there would have been enough time at the end to then do it. But because they would have had to get everyone back around the track, and because of the mess that the lineup was in at that time, because of that safety car and the pitting, it would have taken a lap to get them all off the thing, and then there would only been 2 laps left, and it would have been a lap formation lap would have counted. And then it would have been so.
What do they do then if
Who
they
did describe it
in the middle of the? Say there's a crash right in the center of the track. Half the cars are past that, so they can get round to like the pit lane or whatever. Half the cars are back this way. What's the situation there then?
I don't work for the
I don't think that's
FIA,
ever happened, does it?
so I don't know. I reckon it has.
Yes,
but normally they get
so half the cars are past the accident. They're cool. They can get down to the pit lane.
But normally they're going so fast they just skid off to the side anyway when they get to a corner by the time.
So we're getting a little bit too serious with the Formula One
right,
stuff.
sorry.
Just
I thought what made me laugh was when Lando Norris was too busy for comms.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
what
bit?
was that?
It went.
What-
bloop. It went too busy for comms. Leave me
that
alone.
was
I'm doing my
Norwich,
work.
yeah. Too busy to chat, guys.
Too busy. I'm working. Too busy for comms.
Too
It was
busy
like,
to chat.
Mate,
Sorry, I'm
mate, you're
busy
just
at the moment,
dropping down the rankings, mate.
Max, on the other hand, he's like, also dinner later.
Yeah, and I've got here my last thing is actually first one's how are they going to make that really interesting in Drive to Survive next season? That end to that race there.
They'll just
I
edit
don't
some
even think they'll
quality
mention it.
They'll
Do you know
edit
what?
some quality music over it.
They'll make it seem like it was really close. Like
They'll just get Martin Brundle in a studio to say something like crazy.
Yeah.
That
I
wasn't
can't
mentioned in the race.
believe this is.
They'll just go
so
heartbreak
close.
for Leclerc, and all the music going. He wanted to win at the Ferrari, but he's come up short. Boom, boom, and it'd be all like that, wouldn't it? So
Oh my God, Ricciardo has stopped. He's stopped in the middle of the track, and he's like just come to a stop.
yeah,
and Max can win the title at the next race at Singapore. If he wins Singapore, I think that's
he's got to
it.
win.
Well,
it, though,
actually,
hasn't he?
they will actually crown him
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, Lewis done it.
He needs
at
24
Singapore.
points,
Lewis used to
Brad.
do it all the time, didn't he?
So it's one more win, isn't it? Even if he comes
One more
second,
win,
it'll be
and
one.
if he got the fastest lap today, it would have been like. But Checo got it.
I was at Abu Dhabi when Hamilton won it. And the most interesting thing from that story is he was going out with the lady from the Pussycat Dolls at that point.
Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah, and then when he did the thank you speech, he didn't mention her. She was there, right? So I saw her because we were in the grandstands, we were opposite, and I could see her in there. He was thanking everyone, didn't thank her, and then they split up like a month later. And I couldn't work out whether he knew he was going to split up with her, so he didn't want it in history, him thanking her in case a future wife was like, do you remember, it was quite serious, you did thank her. Or he didn't thank her, so she was like, mate, you're done.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
Conspiracy.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
We'll never know. Unless we meet him, we'll get him on the podcast and we ask him that question.
Well,
So we're at the half-hour mark. We've done enough talking about Formula One, real things.
let's get into the real entertainment. What you've all been waiting
get into
for.
It's
Real
game time.
It's game
It's go
time. Shall I do the jingle?
Do it.
Yeah.
I can't. What was it?
You had that like weird one thing. You went, "Welcome to Brad's."
Yeah.
Game."
Oh yeah,
a little
hold
bit
on.
of.
Welcome to the game.
I've got it. Welcome to Brad's game.
Now people are going to search for that waveform now and just skip straight forward to the game every week.
Yeah, and this game, I'm gonna be honest, it is nowhere near as good as last week's game. So if you didn't listen to last week's episode, do tune in because that was better.
Are we
I left
using
this
the
one-
device this week?
No, and the reason we're not using the device is because I did spend more time thinking about the debate that's coming up after the game, and I did invent the game while the Formula One was on.
Fine.
So this could be really shit.
Nah, it'd be good. It's free at the moment as well, so this is a good. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
really-
shit.
it's neck and neck.
Okay, so this game is called Horner's House.
Okay.
Okay.
It's definitely got one of the better names of the season.
Basically, what I've done is I've gone through Jerry Halliwell and his Instagram account. Right,
Wow.
I've looked at their house, and I'm going to walk you through their house, and you can. Sorry, someone at my front door.
There's someone at his front door. Brad's
not
house,
outside.
not Horner's house.
Uh,
Brad's house.
At Horner's house. So I'm going to walk you through Horner's house verbally, and you're going to tell me. I'm going to ask you questions. Okay?
Right.
How's that sound?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this.
Was it kind of a true
Okay.
or falsy thing then?
No, you get. Well, let's just do it, and
Let's
then you'll
just see
figure
it
it
all
out.
out, yeah.
And they are quite private people, so a lot of the things that are in their house were more outside their house. But I'd already started inventing the game at this point. So we're going to start off in Christian Horner's garage. As we enter the oak panelled garage, here is his pride and joy. Is it an Aston Martin DB5 or is it a Ferrari 250 GTO? Both insane collector's edition cars. I'm talking big dough.
I'm going to go Aston Martin for him.
I was going to say Aston Martin, but I think he might have both.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Well, is this
No, it's an either or.
Oh, is it either
I've
or?
gone
Okay,
Aston
yeah,
Martin
Aston
then.
Martin.
Oh, I need like a thing that says like you got it right, don't I? Yes, it's the Aston Martin. Congratulations, you both get 20 points. Okay. And now as we enter Christian Horner's house.
Through the
And
garage. We go through the garage past the
through
chest freezer.
through the tradesman. And now we're in Christian Horner's living room. Jerry's sitting there reading a magazine, Heat magazine, actually, trying to see if she's been mentioned this week. She hasn't.
No.
And
He's reading hello.
There is a picture on the fireplace. Is it a picture of a white horse or is it a picture of him shaking hands with King Charles? King Charles, not Prince Charles.
It's a white horse.
I'm going to go white horse.
He has got an OBE, remember?
I'm going white horse.
Imagine you
Is
got an
it,
OBE.
is it a picture or a painting? That was.
It's a picture.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
go-
Then,
photo.
I'm going to stick with white horse. Fuck it.
He's got an
They've
OBE.
They've
I know-
got horses.
I know
though.
how much I love horses.
I know they've got horses. What's
I'm
more
gonna go.
likely?
I'm gonna go. His Royal Highness King Charles
King Charles III.
shaking hand.
Boyd,
Yep. You're wrong.
what are you going with?
Horse.
White horse.
Horse.
It is, in fact, a white horse. Sorry, Ben. I steered you away from that
I
one.
know he's got
so
quite
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
that
horses.
was a
He
bit
must
of
have
a
been quite an
lead there.
important horse in the family or something.
Okay, so we're leaving the
It's
living
his
room
mum.
now. We're all feeling a little bit peckish, so
Oh.
we're going to head on into the kitchen.
Is this the main
No.
kitchen or the servant's kitchen?
This is the main kitchen,
Okay, right.
where it's the dress kitchen, where you'd
That
make
never
yourself
gets
a drink.
used.
You make
Yeah.
yourself a drink. You wouldn't cook a curry. Basically, there would be a different
You'd-
kitchen for that.
You'd congregate in this kitchen, but you wouldn't
Oh, at
use the kitchen
parties.
as a kitchen.
At
Always.
parties,
I'm
everyone's
always
in that
in the
kitchen.
kitchen.
And that leads me on to my next point. In
Point
their
or
kitchen,
question?
no, because you're on the right track here. We're in the kitchen. We've established this is a social kitchen where people hang
Yeah.
out and have fun at parties.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen's there, his girlfriend's there. They're all talking.
Yeah.
In the kitchen, do they have a
He's got,
pinball
boy's got his
machine?
eyes closed. He's like trying to visualize it.
Do they have a pinball machine or a Wurlitzer jukebox?
I'm going jukebox.
Pinball machine then. I want to just stay ahead of you.
The answer is a Wurlitzer jukebox.
Fuck. Is that 2-2?
So you are now,
40.
40 points each. Okay, we're finished in the house now. That's just, we didn't get to the bedroom. We weren't invited up there. Just the kitchen and the front
Back
room.
to the
went, so-
garage.
No, we're actually going to go out the back door now into the garden. And there's two observations in the garden. As we pass into the garden, you like this game, don't you, Ben?
Yeah, I love it.
As we pass
This is
into
my
the
favourite
garden,
game you've done.
we actually go through almost like a lean-to, posh lean-to. almost
Posh
like
lean-to, yeah.
Posh.
a posh lean-to.
Boom, boom.
Like a
And we
pagoda.
have and there's like a second set of garages, right? Now, at this point where we get to this garage,
This is where the
Um,
meat freezer is and all the barbecue food's kept and the wine cellar.
I tell you what, there was going to be a question about his barbecue. He's got a killer, big circular
Komodo
barbecue.
Joe.
It looks like a cauldron. It's
Oh, like
weird,
he's probably got
but
the egg one. Yeah, it's sick.
Maybe, I don't know.
£8 barbecue. That.
Okay, so as we look out upon the garden, do we see a go-kart track or a John Deere tractor with a matching replica for his son?
John Deere tractor with a matching replica
Yeah,
for his
tractor.
son.
He's not going to want to track in his garden, is he? He's round it
Yeah.
all the time, and he's a
Yeah.
bit of a...
Got horses.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
they've got to
no,
run
but you
round the
said
track,
go-kart
don't they?
track, but the horses don't run on
Go-kart
the top.
track, yeah, I know. But if Jerry's allowed a track for a horses, he can have one
True.
for his
No, I
go-kart.
think it's the John
Boxes,
Deere. I'm
horses,
going John
box.
Deere tractor.
Box,
Tractor,
a horse.
baby.
I'm going tractor.
It is in fact the tractor.
60-60.
Yes.
60-60.
This is tight,
Okay.
then. 60 all three.
So-
games.
We continue
I
our- we
really like this
continue-
game, though. I like
We
that.
continue our journey through his garden, and as we start to approach the house again, on our left we either have an outdoor swimming pool
Does like
or
to get his lamps in.
a lake with one rowing boat in it.
Ooh, tough
Lake
one.
with rowing boat.
I think lake
That's
with
the sort of
rowing
house
boat.
he's got. It's a sort of farmy vibe, isn't it?
Yeah,
Lake with boat.
lake with boat.
They both- think about it.
They probably have got
They've
a
probably
lake.
got both.
Yeah, they've probably got a lake.
But you said it's one or the other, didn't you?
Think about it, right? If you're if you're
Like-
as wealthy as them, right? If I'm giving you an option between these two things, and you're
You'd
as
have an
wealthy as
indoor
them,
pool.
which one are you going to pick?
Yeah, but I'm thinking it could be a pool because obviously he's got kids and they're going to want to swim in the pool and that.
Exactly. They're going to swim in some cruddy lake.
No,
with
but
a-
I think because
a
I
rowboat.
feel like he's got both.
Yeah,
I feel like he's got an indoor.
I feel
pool
like
or
you
something.
just haven't seen one or t'other.
Maybe
You've
you
only
because you
seen
got
this one.
booted out of the house, you didn't get the rest of the tour.
But what about the indoor? We don't know if he's got an indoor pool that's got
What
like
are we going with? Are we going with
I'm
retracting
just going to
roof,
go with the
like a
pool
sun-
now then, because he said think about it.
I'm going to
tonight.
go pond and boat.
The answer is a pond.
Oh, for
They have an indoor swimming pool,
Oh.
and you were right.
Fuck's sakes! No, I can get.
I
very
know
out
how
of this.
Horner's home.
They've got an indoor pool.
Yeah, I bet it's got a retracting roof though, so it's outdoor
Fuck's
when it
sake,
wants to
Brad,
be.
you just totally steered.
Okay, so it's was it 80-40?
80-60.
80-60.
80-60. 80-60. So for 30 points, the first person to tell me how many, and if you get this wrong, you have to freeze and hand it over to the other person, so you can't just shout out numbers. How many dogs does Christian and Jerry have?
Ooh. Can I just point out though, you know he's on 80 points. If I hadn't got one answer right, would this have been worth 81 points? This answer?
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
it
is.
always comes down to the
Always.
bonus point.
Always.
The bit that is preamble before
How
that.
many
Fun.
dogs have they got? Right.
I know they've got 4 donkeys.
They've got quite a few horses. They've got.
That wasn't the question,
I
Ben.
know.
so
I'm
that's
just,
what they're
yeah,
used
but I'm
to.
just trying to like.
He's just trying to like let like ease it.
Would
in,
you have
isn't
more
he?
donkeys? Would you have more donkeys than horses?
He's got squirrels.
I wouldn't.
I know he's got squirrels out
They got a
there.
cat.
Somewhere, birds.
They got loads of animals.
Yeah.
But the question is, how many dogs do they
Christian
have?
Zoo. Right. Ben, get off. I can see you looking on the screen.
I'm not. Hands are
Keep
here.
He's
the
such a little
hands up.
cheat.
Hands are here. Look.
Fucking Googling it, mate.
I'm not looking.
Come on. 10, 9.
5.
Right, boy
8,
goes first because
5.
I'm winning. He has to go
Okay.
first because I'm winning.
He's got, but Boyd's gone for 5. Ben can answer this
4.
strategically. Ben, you are the winner of this week's game.
How many dogs do they have though?
Bastard.
Yes, I know exactly how many dogs they had.
Was that a good game? Considering
That-
I put it together very last minute.
Yeah, it was
I'm gonna
nice.
put it out there. That
Horner's
was my
house.
favourite.
Quite like the way
game
you
so
told the
far.
story. It's like you were telling two
Yeah,
little
I
children
like,
the
so
story.
like
Goes,
you're
"So
like
we go,
a regular Lloyd
we
Grossman
go into
there.
the garden, and on the right, if you could have done it in like David
Who
Attenborough voice
lives
as well,
in a
wouldn't you?
house like this?
So we go over to the pond.
All right,
Maybe
so,
next week we've got to guess whose house it is.
No, is that what? That's what I was going to go with. And I did try to look up Lawrence Stroll's house. He's an incredibly private person, but he does spend a lot of money on houses.
Loves his job.
I
though.
don't want anybody to see.
Mate,
inside
he does
my
not
house.
sound like fucking Scarface.
There's no way, little Lancy's room. You're gonna get any view in there.
Geezer,
Nobody
when
comes
I-
into my
when I did the
house.
when I did the laughing thing, there's just no video of him laughing or smiling. There's not like you can't get Toto laughing because he does a silent laugh, and you can't get Stroll laughing because he doesn't laugh.
I've noticed that
Just
Lance Stroll's
doesn't do it.
only got 5 minutes for anything. They got this big meeting to unveil the car. He's like going, I gotta get out of here in 5 minutes.
Lawrence
Helicopters. Lawrence Stroll, yeah. Lance Stroll's like
Lance Stroll's
eager
going, I'm
beaver.
going to be fair. I'm going to be fair.
gotta be fair.
All right, so that was good. That was a good little feature. So as we
was.
approach the end of this week's podcast, we have a final 15 minutes, and this is where we do our debate. And the debate for this week was to create an energy drink.
It's more of an
Formula One
activity,
energy
wasn't
drink.
it?
It's kind of it's kind of like the Dragon's Den one we did the other week, but very focused on energy drink that will rival
Yeah.
the Red Bull, which is obviously the best energy drink,
Yeah.
and Rich Energy Drink, which
The
is obviously
direct
the second-
competitor.
direct competitor.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first? I'll take it if you want.
I've
I'll go
got
last.
quite a lot of assets for mine.
Mine's quite quick.
Mine's really easy and boring, so we'll leave
Okay, you
mine
two
to
go
them.
first, and I'll
Boys, you
give the
better,
big reveal.
but we rely on you to make yours funny
Yeah.
for this thing.
Because mine's
Mine are
really
always
serious.
shit.
I've
Mine
got
isn't good, it's
ingredients.
All right,
alright.
so,
I'll go
so while
last.
we're talking, you make sure yours is good.
It's not it's shit.
Right.
Write
so
more.
mine,
Write more.
Mine is a Max Verstappen themed energy drink. Okay, and it's called Max Volt Stop 'em.
It's a good name. It's good. What's it say? What's it again, Matt? What is
Max Bolt stop 'em. Yeah, very good.
Max
yeah.
Volts And so the logo is max volts, like maximum electricity, and then it just says "stop them" underneath. So it's
Yeah.
like Max Verstappen, max volts, stop them.
Yeah.
And it comes in two flavors. It comes in mono coconut and
It's very
Abu
punny.
Dhabi.
I like how punny
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, and it comes in. So it's mono coconut
Yeah.
and Abu Dhabi.
Oh my god.
That's it. That's it. But the only
Have you got a
problem with
slogan?
this,
have you got a slogan, or is the name?
Well, that
That
was it. The
doesn't need
slogan
one.
sort of thing.
yeah,
was
no, the
like-
stop 'em. That's the slogan. That's
Max
the
Volt.
byline that goes
Stop 'em.
underneath.
Oh yeah, that's
Stop 'em.
brilliant.
But the
That's
only
really
problem
good.
is, I realised that when I'd created this, that we couldn't like he races for Red Bull, so this would have to be a Red Bull themed energy drink that was a Max Verstappen edition of it called Max Volt Stop 'em.
Very good.
Mono coconut, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I like that.
Did we have to do flavours? Because I didn't do flavours on mine.
We'll find out. Let's go over to Ben.
Right, I'm going to have to share my screen, I think, for this one.
What? Prezzo?
What you done some designs?
I've done some designs. I've done a bit of promotional artwork. I've got some
Fucking
quotes. So this is the official.
Oh, I'm glad. Can I just let you know? We just had a bit of news come in just before you do this. While we're on the topic of branding, so my brother James is in New York at the moment on holiday with his wife, and he sent me a picture of advertisements on the side of a building that is for Manhattan Mini Storage. Big shout out to them, because their slogan says "safe, secure, protected with minimal charges," just like Prince Andrew.
Very good. Very good. Timely as well.
Very timely. They might want to take that down.
Nah. They cancelled the football this week. Not that I care. Because of they were worried that people were going to be rude about the Queen.
No, wasn't the reason. It's because they've got to fly loads of police around to do all the logistics.
True.
Because football fans can't behave themselves. They can't go and watch a game of football without kicking each other's heads in. Correct. Anyway.
Right, so this is the official energy drink of Canada. Canadian Motorsport.
Okay.
So that's
I can't see anything.
I've not put it up yet. That's the clue. I'm just trying to work out the best way to display this, which will give max impressions.
Boy, is yours got a logo? Have you done some prep on this?
I was just going to tell you what the logo looked like.
That's better, yeah. Because Brad, you didn't tell us what your logo looks like.
He said it was a Volty thing or something, didn't
No, it's like a lightning bolt, probably.
you? Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like there should
Original.
be. Well,
Bolt.
you say original. Right, so let me share my screen.
It's just Max Verstappen standing on the side of the can with that like not smiling look, just going. He looks like a penguin, doesn't he?
A little bit.
I don't know why. I think it's his inset eyes.
Fucking
Slogan.
hell, Ben.
Overtake the rest. Energy refuel serum.
Oh my god.
Serum.
And you see
Serum.
there's a
I love the use of the word serum. Like it's going to change you.
You've already won, mate.
It will,
You've already
because it's going to
won.
make you like. So, you're going to overtake the rest. You're going to be so powerful. If you notice, the logo is an engine with coming out the top where the spark plugs would be is lightning bolts, and that's just because obviously lightning bolts, energy drink, it goes hand in hand. But not only that, I've also recruited a what's the word? Not a spot.
Mate, I can see because you're so important. I can see what's coming next.
Yeah.
So you might as
So
well
it's
kick.
a
I can see his
I
little
see
face.
Latifi.
I know what's
ambassador.
coming.
So obviously this is the official Canadian Motorsport drink,
Yeah.
and we've got an ambassador, and that is Mr. Nicholas Latifi. Tastes so good, I rush back to the paddock to drink it. Is the official quote from Nicholas, and it turns out that's why he tries to finish races so early, because he loves it.
Why does he look like the Duracell thing is stuck on his top?
It
Like
is.
they're contemplating
Last
ripping it
minute.
off. if he
Yeah,
doesn't
just
win a
like,
race
can you
soon.
make it easily removable, please? So yeah, that's my energy drink,
Do
and
Do
it's
you know
going to
what? I
taste
was
like
going to do
Red Bull.
something. I was going to do something similar. So I was going to do a DRS. It was going to be like drink
Yeah, you didn't
what
get
was
it. You didn't obviously didn't come up with it. So
Yeah, but you
No,
didn't do it.
didn't do
so
it. No.
yeah, and you didn't get the word serum in there, and you
No,
didn't
it was
get,
going to be
and
like
you didn't get an official
It
quote.
was like drink,
from,
rehydrate, supercharger or something like some load of old shit, mate.
Well, so far, I think Brad's got the best name,
Yeah.
and I think I put the most effort in. So we'll
Oh
see
yeah, well
what-
that's then
what
just leave
Boyd can
the
offer.
really shit one
Yes.
that I do. Literally, I
You
made
might have
up
the best
one.
slogan.
Who's had the best slogan?
No, you might have the best slogan. I think
No, it's
Overtake
terrible,
the Rest
mate.
pretty good though.
Well, can I tell you what? One, I was going to do one. This is probably better. I was going to call mine Toto Max Power. which I thought sounded all right, but obviously I didn't do it in the end.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Is it
like Total
based on
Max
the band Toto?
Power.
Oh, total max power.
Toto Max
Toto,
Power.
as in Toto.
Yeah, as in
Wolff.
Toto Wolff, Max Verstappen.
Yeah, but
They're on different teams.
They would never do a thing together.
Oh, a collab.
Well,
Wow,
it could have been
crossover.
You know, why
No,
would
that's
they?
a crossover. That's a gangster.
Why would two enemies come together to create an energy drink?
One of which already drives for an energy drink company. And I'm
No,
sure
well, look, I
Toto
didn't even
Wolff has
do it
never
anyway.
drunk an energy drink in his life.
I didn't even do it.
Toto Energy would be better.
He would just drink kimchi. I reckon he has kimchi and what's the drink that's like kimchi?
Totally refreshed.
Totally refreshed is way better. And it's just water.
Well,
Because
mine's
that's
not-
it. All he drinks is it's like it's water, totally refreshed.
Well, my one's based on.
And no,
Max
the
Verstappen
slogan
anyway.
it's water.
So you copied me.
No, what picking a
You didn't
driver?
come up
who-
one.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's not obvious. It's not obvious. It's just like that's
That's one you came up with. That's one of the ones you threw away.
Right. So the name of mine. It's terrible. It's called Fuel Throttle Energy.
That's not bad.
So it's obviously meant to be full throttle, but it's fuel throttle energy.
Yeah, I like it, yeah.
So the logo would be a speedometer circled with a pin on the 60, right?
And then 60.
Yeah, and then
Not
within
100.
that,
Keep them within national speed limits. Obviously.
yeah.
On a
So
single
it's
road,
a speedometer, then on just the pins on the 60, so it's sort of like legal, whatever. And then within that is your petrol gauge, right, up and down. And then the slogan would be 1 can, 1 full tank. I thought it was right. I'm just kidding.
So I got an idea about this, right? And I actually like
Because
the
it's
idea.
full throttle, full
What
tank.
I want to see,
0 to
yeah,
60.
what I want to see on this
Yeah.
is a bottle bit is clear, right, with fuel gauge on the side.
Yeah.
So as you're drinking it, your
Goes
fuel goes
down.
down.
Yeah. Fair.
So you can be like, I don't have any fuel left. I need to refuel.
But
Only
one can,
Straight into
one can full tank.
Londis.
So I've covered it all there. You're full throttle, you're 0 to 60, you fucking 1 can full tank, and you're full throttle and you're beating everyone.
I like how it's such a low number for like for F1 cars that go 200 miles plus.
I just
and
thought
you've
no,
gone 60 miles.
Do you want to see
an
like my
hour.
little note here? Look, it just says,
He's in the pit lane.
look, full throttle.
Look at the length of his notes. Look all the notes we do for this podcast, and he's got 2 lines on there.
Mate, I don't even need them on there. And it says logo speedometer 0 to 60, including tank and car.
Is it? But you do know, like 60 is like the pit lane restriction thing.
All right, 0 to 100 then.
That's better.
Yeah, to be fair, I've gone full throttle 0 to 60. It's like second gear, isn't it? All right, fine. Maybe we'll move that to 0 to 100. And then full tank. Yeah. it's
Right.
fine.
So next week we've all got to go to the. I've organised this. We're all going to go to special drink
hold on a
places,
minute.
and we're
What do
going
you
to
mean?
make these drinks.
You're doing
joking, no.
you're doing production meetings.
I'm joking. I'm joking. We're not really going to go and make the
I'll
drink.
just go and drink a Red Bull, mate.
I'm just going to pour it into the can I've made.
ERA.
What did you say the fake Red Bull was called?
Like
Mark,
Red
you said
Bull
it-
or something like that.
You said it was in like.
Kong.
Kong, yeah.
Does it taste like Red Bull?
Mate, exactly the
Exactly
same. I'll get you a can.
Tastes
I'll
exactly
send
the
it to you. And
Right.
even the can.
He can
Can
go
you-
to Aldi. He's not living in
Right,
another
so-
country.
I
Lidl.
think what we need to do, because there's probably a lot of people listening to this podcast that want Red Bull but can't afford it. Can you guys for next week get a can of Red Bull and a can of Kong,
Yeah.
and we'll do the Pepsi challenge with
Yeah.
either you or
Should we get a rich
either one
energy
of
drink
you.
as well? If we can
No,
get
because
it.
you have to buy 24 and you don't need 24 of them. I think you should test it so we can see whether you can tell the difference.
Okay. Sounds like a really good idea.
It's
And
very
then we
close.
can start Kong racing.
Boyd, we've got 8 minutes left, and we had a production meeting during the week, and we had like an idea for a feature, and I'm not sure if the idea is going to work, but I feel we've got 8 minutes left, and I want to see if we can try it. Ben, you agree I can try it?
I think we should try it. I'm just going to.
It's the feature is called. Have you ever seen someone wearing a wristband when they're Christian? It says WWJD. It says, "What would Jesus do?" And it's a way of like, if you ever find yourself in a pickle,
Yeah.
look down on your wrist and go, "What would Jesus do in this situation?"
Yeah.
This game is called "What Would Boyd Do?" Right? Where I give you a situation, Formula One situation, you have to tell me what you would do in this situation.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, fine.
All right. So you're Charles Leclerc,
Right.
and it's next week, right? If you don't win pole next week, Verstappen's won, right? So you have to race, and then as you're coming into wherever you come into when you go to a race, pit lane, I guess, and you're getting ready, someone says, Charles, you want one of these? And they hand you like a little snack. And you go, yeah, that sounds nice. And you bite it. And then after you bite it, you go, hold on a minute. That doesn't have peanuts in it, does it? Because you realize that you've actually got a mild peanut allergy, right? That basically, if you have it, you will shit yourself in the next 2 hours. Every time you've had a peanut, you shit yourself, right? Race starts in 20 minutes. What are you going to do?
What? I'm going to shit myself any time within this 2 hours.
100% during that
next 2
race,
hours,
you are going to shit because it's happened every time you've had a peanut in your whole life.
I don't know when I'm going to shit myself. It's just going to happen within this hour.
But
Within
the next 2 hours.
It could happen in the next 2 hours. Race starts in 30 minutes. So it's probably not going to happen in the next half hour. That would be too quick. Normally it happens like between an hour and 2 hours afterwards. So while you're driving, it's going to happen. You don't want the press to know. You don't want anyone to know. What are you going to do?
Well, for that 30 minutes, I'd go and just hang by the bogs for a bit. Just chill there, just in case. Just in case.
Charles got to be in the car. He's got to be with the tyres on.
You got max 15 minutes to prep for this event.
So I'm sitting in the car and they've got the little umbrella over me and the little fan on my face.
No, you're not in the car yet. You're on your way to the car, so you've got to prepare yourself for an event that is you're going to shit yourself, and you don't want anyone to know.
Someone's just
how would you prepare yourself?
Giving you a little one of your whatever you called your energy drinks.
Well, it's going to happen, isn't it? While I'm going to shit myself in the car, right?
But what do you do? Do you pull out of the race?
Is it for the? Is it close in the championship title? Is it for? Is this?
Yeah,
like
he's going to win. This is Singapore. He's going to win. He'll win the title if you don't get out there.
So if you come first, you could potentially still win, and you could stop him from winning. So you can't not race. The best you can do is prepare your pants.
So I would then I'd just get a load of I'd go and just get a load of fucking tog roll and just fucking stuff loads of it up my arse, like to the point where it was ridiculous. It'd be uncomfortable in the car as well. And then this is the most mental situation. I'd pad it out as much as I could. And then I would just race. And obviously I would shit myself. And then if I won, though, at the end of the race, hopefully no one was sick. It's red, bit of a darker colour. And even if someone found out, I would just say, I was so over the moon that I won the title, I shit myself.
No, you haven't won the title. You've just stopped Max winning the title.
No, you said I'd win the championship.
No, Max, this is Singapore next race. You've got to win so Max doesn't win. You're still in the running. But I think the toilet paper thing is going to make it worse. Because if you do shit yourself, you're just going to fill up. Your suit's going to fill up. And it's just going to be stuck in this.
What sort of shit is it as well? Is it a hard one or a runny one?
I would assume a running one.
You'd have to just shit yourself and stink and just run off and hopefully
it's probably,
isn't it? Straight back in the paddock or go and have a shower or whatever, be done. It'd be very uncomfortable racing. I mean, could you imagine actually started happening when you're in a DRS zone or something?
Paula Radcliffe did it on the side of the road, didn't she, when she was during the marathon? So she can do it.
Am I allowed to box and quickly get out of the car once I've shit myself quickly?
Right, imagine how long that pit stop would be. It'd be the same thing, might as well not have turned up.
Okay, we're going to go to plan P. Thoughts? Yeah, I've just shit myself. Imagine that. So yeah, I mean, look, to answer your weird, what would Boyd do? I would just get in the car. I'd know I'm going to shit myself at some point. It would be a bit of an awkward. I'd probably lose a few seconds on a lap that it's actually happening. You'd have to lift your ass up a bit, innit? So when you're in a car, everyone does this, or you've probably got automatic. When you're in the car and you need to fart, you have to put your foot down and lift yourself slightly to let it go. You don't just let it go in the seat.
Why don't you just let it go to the crash?
No, so like in my foot, if I need
like you do realise you were going 35 and you go, yeah, I know, I was a little bit over the speed limit, but I was lifting up my bum cheeks.
Just to let the arm, yeah.
Oh, that's okay then, you can go.
No, you can either use your right foot, which is the accelerator, it's a bit dodgy, but you can use your left foot, put it down in the footwell, just because you need to raise yourself up for a bit for it to go. Yeah,
why do you need to leave?
If you just pop one on the seat, mate. If you just pop one on the seat, there's no for it to escape to, is there? You know what I mean? Is what it is.
What are you talking about? It's gas.
Well, that was weird anyway. What would fucking Boyd do? I mean, look, what the fuck would you two do then?
Well, we've run out of time now, so we can't answer that question.
So
but I appreciate everyone joining. I'm going to close this week off, guys. Just want to say thanks to all the people who are listening. You probably get loads of value out of this. Probably makes you laugh and you enjoy yourself. The least you could do,
give us
the
5
very
stars.
Least, is just click a button. It takes 2 seconds. You just click it, 5 stars, bosh. Yeah. And for the person that gave us 4 stars, same message as last week. We're coming for you.
Yeah.
Just to get some feedback, though, not to do anything Mad.
Like, subscribe.
I like Ben's one. Like,
Share.
please, share, subscribe, please. 5 stars, please. Please.
Also, I don't think we let Boyd know, but this is going to be our first. This is our first video episode, isn't it, for YouTube with our faces on it?
Is it?
Yeah, I intentionally didn't shave or do my hair so I could make Boyd feel like we were in the same gang.
Well, I'm hungover.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Oh,
anyway.
Boyd! I got rid of.
Oh, Valtteri Bottas.
Got rid of
He's
his
cut his
nonce.
hair.
Yeah, got rid of my
Nonce cut is gone.
Yeah, no longer look like Valtteri Bottas.
Does your
Thank you
missus-
very much. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Everybody has a target on their backs next year.